and welcome to my wrap-up video. This is a wrap-up video that combines basically April, May, and June. So I've missed a few wrap-up videos, and that is because I was kind of in a creative slump, a filming slump for YouTube, all kinds of slumps, reading slump, and so I'm kind of behind on these wrap-up videos, but I'm excited to be back and sharing with you what I created in the past 3 months in all my journals and projects. And so I'm going to set these aside and we're going to take a look at all the projects and layouts that I created in the past 3 months of 2024. Okay, so let's start with my Scrappy Spiral notebook. I did want to mention before I flip through this that the restock is coming very soon, in a few weeks, and I will post the restock here on YouTube and on Instagram so you don't miss out. But they're just so beautiful. I'm really excited for the new Scrappy Spiral notebooks. I have some new designs and new ideas. Scrappy Spiral notebook is done to make scrapbooking easy. When I created this notebook, it was done to just plop in your photos, plop down your journaling, add a little bit of embellishments, and be done with it. Helping you scrapbook easy and fast is something I have always wanted, always do, since the day I started scrapbooking. And to have this notebook to make the process even easier just brings me so much joy. But anyways, so I think I stopped maybe around here, this page, so we're still in March. And I did add a few more layouts to March. This notebook has almost taken over kind of like a project life, but without the weeks and all that stuff. So just kind of documenting moments within the month. Again, it's easier for me. So I documented adopting Arya. I believe I have a process layout for this one. And I really love how this one turned out. So fun. I also documented Happy Mail. I always say this, my peaches are the best. They always send me the best Happy Mail, the cutest stuff. And it always includes peaches and things like that. And I literally just added the names of each person who sent me that Happy Mail. And that completes March, and we go right into April. April's all about outings, Eid, so documenting Eid. So just kind of documenting an ice cream run with my daughter. Love those little stories. Always love talking about my kids' accomplishments. I was just documenting little things about Laith and what he accomplished that year at school. I have been enjoying adding these 6x8 papers in my Scrappy Spiral notebook. I have no place to use these papers from Studio Calico, so I'm happy to have found a place for them. And I've said this before, I just punch them out and then I trim in between the holes to be able to stick them into my spirals. And it's such an easy process, so easy to do. And it's a great way for me to use my 6x8s. This is just like a day in my life, just little simple things that I've done that day. Moving out Sabine from her dorm. That was basically end of April. She was supposed to move out in May, but she had almost finished and she only had her finals, so she moved out earlier. And then we're jumping into May. So some months I have a lot of layouts and some I don't. And I'm a-okay with that. There's no rules to this. You just document and have fun. Now we're starting to go to the pool. So obviously I'm going to be documenting pool time. Laith went on a hike. I love this layout and was able to use a lot of my Cocoa Daisy stuff. And these are just older stickers from the Paper Person shop. So that was fun. And I love that he shared pictures with me. My sister graduating. Well, she did her specialist degree, so basically finished her specialist degree. And I love documenting that using Studio Calico Kit. And I think I have a process for this layout as well here on my YouTube channel. So you'll see there's some layouts where I don't have journaling. I probably forgot to print it or something. And I will come back to it and fill that out. I don't really worry about things like that. I usually don't put this on the shelf at the end of the year without, or let's say layouts missing journaling or photos. So I'll probably end up doing that after my video or something. Just documenting renovations in our home. This was a long story, but you'll see here that I didn't add a lot of journaling because I've documented this somewhere else. So I'm okay not having a lot of journaling in certain spots because this story has been told in a different project. But I did want to document it in this one as well. Cousins visiting for the weekend. We had so much fun. So I do need to add some journaling there. I also need to add journaling there as well. Some more home renovations, things that have happened in our garden, things that we fixed or added to our garden. So I want to kind of talk about that in this layout. Now we're jumping into June. I did not add anything to June yet, but I will. I'll probably end up adding stickers or some stamping. And I've only done one layout for June. And this was just an outing with my daughter and her friend. And we went and checked out this new place called The Daily. Well, it's not a new place. It's new to us. And we really, really enjoyed it. Again, using another 6x8 paper. Really love this paper and I really wanted to use it. So again, I just added it to my spirals, added my journaling for the story here with a 3x4 card and called that done. And then I'll work on the rest of June. But like I said, I've been in a slump and it's been hard for me to kind of be creative and do all the things when it's really nice out and I want to be out and about with family and friends and things like that. So I'll get to it. It's not the end of the world. I'm a fast scrapbooker, and the Scrappy Spiral Notebook, the layouts come together really quickly for me, especially that the templates are there for you, so you don't really have to think about it. And if I don't have lots of photos for one template, I usually just print large pictures. Did I say large photos? Okay, if I don't have enough photos for one layout, I'll print the photos larger or the cards larger to kind of cover a bigger space. So you'll see here, I didn't have a lot of pictures from that day. So I just printed large and covered one space. And I do that a lot. And I'll use larger cards like this one to cover a big space. So you don't have to really stick to the boxes. You can kind of make it your own and have fun with it. But anyways, that is my Scrappy Spiral Notebook. Let's check out a different project. All right, let's talk about my reading. I'm still in a slump. And I'm in a slump with my reading journal as well because I'm in a reading slump. So I'm trying to see where we stopped last. I feel like we finished, probably we did this. Yeah, I think we stopped at April, if I'm not mistaken. And so April wasn't bad. I read 5 books, 1,882 pages. There's going to be some missing elements in my pages because my slump started around May. And usually I fill in my reading journal like throughout the month. And so when it hit May and I was in that slump, I kind of neglected my reading journal. So I need to fill this space out. As you can see, I was doing pretty good drawing my covers, having a lot of fun with that. I love how they're turning out and still reviewing my books. We get to May, and so I read 2 books in May. So that was 740 pages. Again, 2 books is still great. It's not a big deal. But you'll see here, I start like falling in that slump, and one book took me forever to read, and it was a romance. So romance, I read in like a day or 2. So for it to take me that long, you can see how bad my slump is or was at the moment. And at this point, I just don't care. Like, I'm like, whatever. I did add my review. I didn't even finish and complete the page. Like, I didn't stamp my stars. I didn't add my number on there. I'm just like totally done with it. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. So you'll see here we jump into June and there's nothing. So, and I think June I read 2 books as well. So it's bad, but I don't really care, honestly. I'll come in here at some point, do the stamping, complete June. It's only 2 books, no big deal. And then start with July. And you'll see also I didn't do a favorite book for May because I didn't like either one of these, basically. This one wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as One by One for me. And so I decided I'm not choosing a favorite for May. It doesn't have to be every single month. I'm just going to do that when I have a favorite book for the month. So, in other words, I'm behind in my reading journal. I did draw June's books, so all I have to do with that is print them because I drew them on Procreate, print them and add them here and just fill in the gaps and review them. But I still love my reading journal. It's so pretty. I didn't show you. Yeah, I didn't even fill out the rest of June and we're already in July, so I have to go back and fill those out. And my bookshelf is looking great. Let's see here. I haven't filled out May or June. I have to print those photos out. So I am behind, but it's okay. We haven't read a big book, Elizabeth and I, in a while. Hopefully we get out of our slumps because I know Elizabeth is in a reading slump as well. So hopefully we get out of those. I have been writing down the books I've read and completed. I think I need to fill out a few here. I think I'm at 35 books right now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure, so that's still really good. I didn't finish this. I need to add the little mini photos there, and then I can kind of catch up in my reading journal. So that's that for my reading journal. Let's move on to the next project. All right, let's take a look at my Project Life journal. This is my Hemlock and Oak Weekly, and I use it as my Project Life. Instead of the pockets, I've really been enjoying this process. I believe we stopped at week 13, and that is basically the end of March. And this is something I've been doing every time I'm done with a month. I just do a fun little collage. I did it for February as well. It's just fun and cute, and really enjoy seeing all my favorite photos in one space. So for my calendar, I was always trying to figure out what to do with my calendar. I didn't want to add photos because I already have photos in this journal. I didn't want to do the doodling thing like I do in my daily journal, but I do like the idea of using my stickers and maybe just adding a little bit of journaling about what happened that day, like a moment from that day. And so I tried it for April, really liked it, and I did it for the rest because they were blank at some point. I'm not sure that I shared this before, but it turned out pretty cute, pretty fun. I'm able to use my stickers, just jot down a thing or two and be done with it. So I really like how it turned out, so I think I'm gonna do that for the rest of the year. But let's just go ahead and jump into April. There was a lot going on in April, some out and about with my siblings or my sisters, some happy mail, what I've been reading. Not every single day has a photo, but I try to add a photo for each day if I do have it. Just adding some news clips, things like that. I think this was probably Eid. Yeah, it was Eid. So it's documenting that, using my stamps. These are my Arabizi stamp set that I sell in my shop. I use my digital stamps, some number stamps as well. Just having fun with my products and my stash. And this is why I love this journal. It's been so much fun. I have my photos, my embellishments, my stamps, all the good things, my journaling in one place. And I have a feeling I will be doing this again next year. This week 17, I used the Coco Daisy Let's Go kit. Really enjoyed using that. It was so fun. I love that kit. It's very retro. Again, another collage because we are at the end of April. And these collages, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I do create them in Canva and then print them on my vinyl sticker paper. And I love the vinyl sticker paper because it doesn't add bulk to my page. Now, I feel like I forgot to add something for my calendar. Oh, I forgot to add the month for May, which is a-okay. I can always go back and do that. And then we jump into May. There's probably going to be some empty spots I need to journal there. But I was just kind of documenting our tree falling. You can see here, we had a peach tree in the backyard who just fell. And I think it was from the storms. We had so much rain, you know, the past few weeks. And it just broke my heart that it fell. It was full of peaches as well. My husband and daughter here worked on the mailbox. They cleaned it up, did a little makeover, so I was kind of documenting that. My sister graduating, and this is what I mean when I mentioned in my Scrappy Spiral notebook that I tell the stories in other projects. Sometimes I have a lot of journaling for that day. Sometimes in another project I have less journaling, and it's because I do document it multiple times in different journals and projects. So just documented her graduating. So here you're going to see that I'm kind of behind. I haven't filled my journaling here, and that's okay. I can always go in and do that. Sometimes I'll fill in one space and not the other. I'll add the pictures. I'll move on to the next week. But I haven't forgotten this, and I will come in at some point and finish it and complete it. And I have to say, this is my favorite week in this journal right now. I just had so much fun using the Cocoa Daisy kit. I think it was called Into the Blue, and it just popped. It was perfect for documenting summer, and really enjoyed putting that one together. This is my pencil board to make writing in here easier. So I'm just going to set this to the back. I believe I have a process video for this one. Really enjoyed using my new stamp sets that released in July to document little moments in June. So I believe that's the last week in this journal. Yeah, I haven't started maybe. Oh, I have. I didn't even know I started. Okay, so this is what's missing. It's missing my collage for June, which I will end up doing. And then obviously I didn't set up my calendar, but I started week 23, started stamping, and it just needs obviously a little bit more embellishing and my journaling. So you'll see here how my process works. I'll have the photos, I'll stick them down, I'll do a little bit of stamping, whatever the case is, and then I'll come back to it when I have time. So actually I'm not that behind in my Project Life journal, which is pretty cool. I'm just like, you know, a few weeks behind. And I love this journal. It's coming together so nicely. It's so fun to flip through. And my Hemlock and Oak is holding up, you guys. I'm shocked. Like, we're halfway through the year. And look at that. It's just perfect. It's holding up really, really well. Nothing has fallen out yet. And so I thought to myself at the beginning of the year, I'm not going to take this apart. I really love their covers. And so if it holds up, it's a good thing, and I don't have to put them on discs. So I love this journal. Another favorite, something that I'm behind in, but I will definitely catch up at some point. And I say this all the time. It's not a big deal if you're behind. Don't use the word behind, because it's just scrapbooking. You're documenting your life. So if you do it today or if you do it in a year, who cares? It's just a place for you to be creative and have your family memories in one place. Okay, so let's take a look at my passion planner. I feel like I did a process video for April, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if I shared it in my wrap up, but we're just gonna look through it real quick. This was the last week of Ramadan. And then Eid happened, and I just decorated for Eid, keeping it very, very simple. Springtime, adding a lot of my Coffee Monster Co. washi as well to give it like a pop of color. And that is April. So you're gonna see when we jump into May, I didn't fill my calendar. I still have a lot of photos that I would like to add to my calendar, which is a-okay. I didn't even print my second book for May. I didn't have time to pretty up my planner as much as I would want to. So I kept it simple. I had gotten these new washi tapes. So I just added little swatches of the washi tape and just stamped new washi just to fill in that space to add some color and make it fast and easy for myself. We had so many graduations, so I made sure to stamp something about graduates and stuff. I'd gotten this new stamp set from Coco Daisy, so I wanted to try it out, and this was a great place for me to try it, and it turned out really cute. Again, keeping it simple, but trying to add some color and cuteness to my planner. And you'll see here, the slump is starting. I didn't do anything for the last week of May. And then June is even worse. I have the photos, but I did not print them. And I did not add anything for my books, even though I did read in June. And again, doing like simple things. I think I have a process sharing like how I did or how I set up June in my passion planner, just using my washi tape shop washies. But you'll see here that there's so many days missing here for reading. I didn't read much. I kept it very simple. I was just literally doing my tasks, highlighting them, moving on kind of thing. But once you fill this space, your passion planner kind of fills up fast, if that makes sense. It just looks more put together, I guess. Because I don't mind empty space in my passion planner, but it's nice to have little bits of color throughout your days. It just motivates you. And then we come to July. Obviously, I printed out a few photos, which is pretty awesome. But, you know, July just started at the time I'm recording this. And so we're in the first week of July, and you'll see that I did not do anything. I think I just stamped these out for the month. I stamped my little things that I usually add into my weeks, but that's about it. I didn't decorate. I didn't do anything. And I think I'll just do that in the evenings when I'm watching TV or something, when I want to, like, you know, be creative. And I'm a-okay with that. But for now, I didn't do much for my passion planner. But I always say this is not a project for me. This is a planner. And this is where I jot down what I need to get done for the week or the month or whatever. And that's why I usually am up to date with it. And I still do love my passion planner. It's one of my favorite planners at the moment. So I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing for 2025, but most likely I am going to be sticking to the passion planner. All right, let's take a look at my Peachy Binders, my disc-bound traveler's notebook layouts. So the yellow one is, I started this year, and I think I'm done with this one. My discs are pretty full, and I don't want to add too much so my pages don't like stick out of the binder. So I started a new one. Look at that. It's already like halfway full. But I've been creating a lot of traveler's notebook layouts. It's crazy. And so I think last time I stopped maybe, let's see, around here, I feel like, documenting Stitch in the Rain. And this is a fun little layout that I do have a process video for. I did this one using some of my stamps, had so much fun putting that one together. And you'll see I don't back up all my layouts, and I'm okay with that. I can always go in and stick those together, or just leave it as is, basically, or create another layout using those patterns, but I'm okay with it being just blank. Love this layout using some Coco Daisy products. This is, I made that with Studio Calico products. Some fun Stitch and Aria shenanigans in the backyard. and some out and about moments with my sisters. So like I said, this got pretty big fast. And so I'm just calling this one done for 2024. And I'm hoping to just have like 2 for the year. Okay, so let's take a look at the second half of 2024. Obviously, I need to add a nice little cover for it. But for now, it is what it is. And when I'm done with it, I'll worry about that. But I just love this layout. Very simple, very easy to put together. Use some Studio Calico products. This one as well. I think I do have a process video for this one, just kind of documenting us renovating and cleaning the backyard, the garage, all that stuff. My daughter got a new car. Really excited about that. This one was really fun to put together. Probably have a reel on Instagram for that one. Adding a 4x6 card, great way to use your 4x6s. And also it's a lot of fun to add those in your disc, bound traveler's notebook, because it just adds, this really fun interactive element. You can add more photos. So really been enjoying that. And then documenting pool time. There's a lot of pool layouts here. Another pool relaxation layout. I'm going to skip these next 2 pages because those are a part of the Summer of Sketches class, which if you're not a part of, you should definitely check it out. It's such a fun class. And I was one of the contributors to that class. Then we are just documenting a day basically in my life. This was a lot of fun about cleaning and cooking and things like that, and using my Get It Done stamp set. Love this layout. So that is what I've created in the past few months in my Peachy Binder disc bound traveler's notebook. Last but not least, my daily journal. And I think we are going to flip through April, May, and June. And I've talked about this a lot, and I've shared this a lot here on my channel. So I'm not gonna really get into all the details because I do have process videos here on my channel, but I just wanted to share with you what I've accomplished in the past few months in my daily journal. I'm usually not behind in my daily journal. I'm pretty good at keeping up with it and sharing it with you guys as I go. But I really like how things are coming together. Last year I started working in my Hemlock and Oak as a daily journal and really been enjoying it, enjoying the process. And I recommend this a lot to all of my subscribers and followers and my crafty friends, that if something's not feeling right and you're falling behind in certain project, switch it up, change it up. Like I was not feeling Project Life for the longest time. And so switching it up into a journal really helped me kind of get back to the groove of things, enjoy it more. My life has changed, so my crafting is going to end up changing as well. And, I really enjoyed creating my own layouts for my daily journal for I don't know how many years, but trying the Hemlock and Oak and finding this new style of mine brings me so much joy and has, made me fall back in love with daily journaling again, So you have to switch it up every once in a while to kind of find your groove again. But anyways, we are in June and there's going to be a lot of pool time here and out and about. This is basically why I'm in a slump, because I've been enjoying life and that's a good thing, I guess. But I'm using a lot of my stamps and a lot of stickers, and I've been like collabing with some amazing artists who have their own stickers. Oh, I forgot to journal here, which is a-okay. I can go back and do that. So I've been let's say I got this really fun package from Zabova, and oh my gosh, that just boosted my creativity back up again because I just love her stickers. They're gorgeous. And if you haven't seen my unboxing of her stickers, Definitely recommend it. I'll try to remember to link it for you guys. But June is complete and it looks pretty awesome. And we're in July, and I'm just going to leave that for my July wrap up. So fun. Love my daily journal. I say this all the time. Been doing it for years now, and I don't regret it one bit. It's something I always look through and check out, and I love seeing my stories and things that I used to do with the kids. And so I definitely recommend, if you're going to be doing one creative project, it should be your daily journal, because you don't really have to think much about it. You're just jotting down what happened that day in a journal. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I probably forgot some projects here and there, but better have something up for you guys than nothing. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.